Hello, everybody. I'm Ty Williams. I'm here with head coach
Willy Perez.
So, coach, obviously you are a flag football icon.
I don't know about icon, man.
You came in 2023, became the head coach of the women's flag football team. But a lot of people don't know, a lot about your past and what you did. You represent. You got the gold medal on. You got the USA hat on. I kind of want to kick it all the way back.
Okay.
So, what first drew you to flag football, and when did you know that, after that, coaching was your calling?
Oof, that's such a good question because truly, I've been playing flag since I was about 19 years old. I'm a little bit older than that right now, but I was a baseball player growing up, and football was not something a Cuban parent would allow a son to do only because baseball was the thing. And then I started playing flag with a bunch of friends, and at 19, 20 years old, I found some leagues to play in back in Miami and Florida. And I just fell in love with the sport, started traveling a lot, started playing all over the place in flag. It was crazy how big flag was, and I didn't know anything about it growing up as a kid. Coaching, I didn't think about coaching ever. I never thought it was something that was even gonna be a possibility, only because playing wise, I never had a coach. I never had somebody coaching me to play flag. I learned on the fly with a bunch of guys and friends and things like that. So I never thought about coaching. I started learning about coaching once I realized that flag football was in middle schools and then high schools, and I didn't know that was even a thing either. It's more on the women's side, the girls' side, than it was on men's or boys, because boys would play football tackle.
Right.
So I didn't know flag was a thing. But I got into coaching because of my daughter. She was playing middle school flag. She was playing through her COVID year, which was her 8th grade year. Her COVID year got canceled because of COVID. And she came up to me and she's like, "Dad, I want to keep playing. Like, where can I play? Like, do something for me." And I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know. Okay." And then I said, "Well, you know what? Find me some people that want to play. I'll find a league somewhere that I can put you in, and we'll start, and we'll figure it out." And she's like, "Okay." And she got some friends of hers, some girls that played on the team, and some guys, and I found a buddy of mine, and I said, "Hey, let's put them in this boys league." And that's how we started coaching. And it's funny because out of that team, my daughter now is playing here at Baker, and another one of the girls that she put on that team is also here. So it's so cool.
That's awesome.
Just the turnaround there. But that's how I got into coaching. I never thought it was a thing until I realized that I put these kids in a league, and then all of a sudden, oh wow, there is a future in this. Then I got into high school. I got into coaching high school. I got into coaching AAU, and now I'm here.
That's
so
awesome. That's amazing. So how did your 20 years of playing experience shape the way that you coach?
It's so much the way I play is how I coach. It doesn't change a lot. I'm a perfectionist when it came to my style of playing. Even talking to guys and the route running and everything that we did offensively had to be perfect the way I wanted it in order for me to be successful. So I teach that way, to be extremely close to detail and things like that. So it shaped me a lot because I coach exactly the way I play.
That's awesome. What does it mean to you to represent your country through this sport?
Again, the epitome of our sport. Like, if anybody thinks about football, right, everybody talks about getting to the NFL for the guys. Talk about getting to the Hall of Fame, maybe one day be a Hall of Fame career or something like that. Like, this is the epitome of flag football. There's nothing else than this. So to be able to get to this stage after everything I've experienced since I was 19 years old, I never thought I'd be in this moment. So for me to get to this stage and wear those 3 letters across my chest, I mean, it's a speechless thing. I remember the first game at that tournament this past weekend. I'm just sitting there in awe, looking around. I'm like, I'm really here. Like, this is crazy. And I'm calling plays. I'm not just like a guy that's just holding water bottles. You know what I mean? Like, I'm involved. I'm one of the reasons why we're being successful, because I'm calling each play with these guys and stuff. So it's like I'm part of it. It's surreal.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I got one more question. Sure. How would you describe your coaching legacy? If you were going to leave a mark on this world, 10 years from now, anything you want people to remember you as a coach, what do you want it to be?
That he cared. That Coach Perez cared about the sport, cared about women's sport, was passionate, was a hard ass, was energetic, But at the end of the day, is a passionate coach that cared about the women that he got the opportunity to coach or play against or coach against, really. I didn't care. For me, the women's sport is so important that a lot of times it didn't matter to me if you're on my team or I'm coaching against you. I just want to see women's sport be successful. So that's my passion, and anybody that knows me, I would hope can say that about me when I'm done coaching.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, man.
Thank you all for listening.
Appreciate it.